You're dialed into the Hemlock State Explorer, and today we're exploring the Double Run Nature Trail in World's End State Park, and it's the home to one of World's End State Park's most popular waterfalls, and there are many waterfalls, but this one is one of the most popular, Cottonwood Falls. One of the things I love about World's End State Park and the Loyalsock area in general are the abundance of gorges, and it makes it so that just about every stream at some point becomes a waterfall or cascades of some sort. We're only a few hundred feet into the trail, and already we have these beautiful cascades and a small waterfall tumbling over the rock ledge up ahead. So join us as we continue on and check out these glorious waterfalls. Look at those rock shelves to our right. Looks almost like a cave underneath those rocks. Yeah, it looks just more like an overhang from this view with the water underneath. We'll turn aside here to get a closer look at this waterfall. After crossing the stream at the bridge shown below, the trail intersects with the Loyalsock Trail, which is shown by the yellow placards with the red LT, and you can take either way. The trail splits to the left or to the right, but they both form a loop, so we'll take the left for now, which diverges a little bit from the stream, but then on the right side we'll loop up around to Cottonwood Falls. We're down in a gorge now, and it's beautiful green all around. Listen to the stream. Look at those rock outcroppings heading up the side of the hill. So this is a short trail, only a 1.5 mile loop, actually slightly less than a 1.5 mile, but as you can see already, it's just packed with natural beauty. The trail heads uphill out of the gorge, and we'll loop back around into the gorge, but down there you can hear, probably can't see on the video, but you can hear Cottonwood Falls. But for now we're going uphill, and you can see the terrain changes. It's a bit rockier, lots of roots sticking out of the ground. Just saw some old hemlocks back there. Here's some more older growth tree stands up ahead. Ferns, American beeches, birds singing. Look at the moss on all those rocks up the side of the hill. We've ascended the sides of the gorge, and now we're going to follow the contour of the hill until we descend back in the neighborhood of Cottonwood Falls. And I want to show you that the character of the trail changes. It's mostly flat, muddy in spots. We had rain yesterday, so as you can see, the trail is muddy right here. a pleasant walk. We don't hear any of the water right now, but we'll follow this for a brief period and then descend back into the gorge. We're descending the gorge back to the stream. Looks like Trex steps have been installed here to make the descent easier. As you can see, the stream is below us. The waterfall is up to our left. Just to be aware, as characteristic in this region of Pennsylvania, there's stinging nettle along the trail. It was still small this time of year, but anytime you're in the northern and central regions of Pennsylvania hiking, be aware that stinging nettle can get pretty high and overgrow some trails that aren't well maintained, but here it's not a problem. As you can hear, the road is up above us. One last set of trek steps and a bridge. Here's a waterfall to our right, and then we'll take the trail up to our left to catch the other waterfall and then come back down this trail. So not really a waterfall, but I do love the sheet of water flowing over the rock. So after enjoying this cascade, we'll head back the same way we came to Cottonwood Falls. Immediately after crossing the bridge, we come to the first waterfall. Cottonwood Falls is actually a little bit further downstream than this, but this is a noteworthy waterfall in itself. We can get a little closer. There are stones that can be used as steps around this big rock. Just a note, we're down in the gorge and things tend to stay humid and wet down here, which means that the rocks are usually slippery, so please use caution when navigating over any rocks, especially if there are moss on them or they look the slightest bit wet. But here we are. Well, that was a treat, and really it's an appetizer for Cottonwood Falls, which is a little bit bigger, but they're both beautiful in their own right. Back on the trail, that's the way we went down next to that rock. Let's go to Cottonwood Falls. There it is, the top of Cottonwood Falls. standing on a rock ledge immediately over the falls. And here it is in all of its derived glory, Cottonwood Falls. That's where we were, up on the ledge. There are multiple waterfalls on this trail. Cottonwood Falls is in the background, while there are two smaller waterfalls on either side of a rock ledge. It turns out that Cottonwood Falls is just one of many waterfalls along a brief section of this trail. There's a high concentration, so if you don't want to go up over the top of the gorge, you can actually access the waterfalls very easily by staying to the right hand when the trail splits off. But look at this. And then it just goes. Here's yet another waterfall downstream of Cottonwood Falls. However, this has a big tree, a big black cherry that's fallen across. Here's yet another beautiful small waterfall. And as if you needed any more reason to visit the Double Run Trail, here it is. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a trail runner in the background, so the concentration of families and other folks on the trail is increasing the closer we get to the trailhead. I've actually seen a number of families out here with young children. This would be a good trail for it because if you take the right branch right to the waterfalls, the trail is fairly easy provided you stay on the trail. If you get off the trail, the rocks are slick. A lot of families out on this beautiful day. Just passed a family of 3 small children. So this will be a great place for kids. We're crossing the bridge where the trails diverged previously. There's the stream to our right. Another bridge. It's a fun area. So if you see right up ahead, this is where the trail split off. We took the trail directly ahead, and that led us up the gorge. So I just want to show you this fork in the trail. When we started out, we turned left actually, where those folks are going, and that leads up the gorge. It was a little bit of a strenuous hike up the side of the gorge, but then it takes you up above Cottonwood Falls and then crosses the bridge right above Cottonwood Falls. And then the trail to the right is a bit easier. That's where most of the families were going, and that's where the bridges are that we just crossed. That'll take you directly to the waterfalls. So we're heading back the way we came. And if you remember, here's the bridge that we crossed just before the loop portion of the trail began. And this will take us right back to the trailhead. This was a short hike, a little less than 1.5 miles, but it is packed, and I mean packed with adventure. Multiple beautiful waterfalls and cascades. This bridge is actually a little springy. I like that. Multiple cascades, multiple waterfalls, beautiful scenery, a little bit of an elevation if you're up for that. So I hope you can make it out to the Double Run Trail just outside of World's End State Park. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. You can check out all of our adventures at hemlockstateexplorer.com. Until next time.